I can't tell you how often I've seen foreigners come to Mexico and do things where I thought, no, no lo hagas, no. So if you're planning to come to Mexico to travel or to live, listen up. There are things that you shouldn't do because they're dangerous, other things that you shouldn't do out of respect for the locals, and other things that you should just adapt to because things work very differently in Mexico. So to make sure that you don't make these mistakes, so you stay safe and make friends and have the best possible experience when coming to Mexico, in this video, I, Paulísima, your favorite spring Spanish teacher, will share with you the top 7 things that you should avoid when you visit el país más bonito del mundo, que es México, y todo el mundo lo sabe. ¿Listo? Empecemos. Número 1, do I even have to say it? Do not try to live your life as if you are in a Narcos episode. Don't do that, my friend. Yeah, don't buy drugs. Don't talk in public about the people that you've heard about in the famous Netflix show. Don't do it. The super stupid. War on drugs has done a lot of damage to my country, and well, you don't need to hear it from me. Tiene sentido común. You know that terrible things can happen anywhere, so please stay out of trouble. Número 2. Do not be afraid of the water. Esto es shocking hasta para mis compatriotas. But did you know that in 96% of the cities in Mexico, tap water is actually potable? Yeah, potable? Well, in Spanish you say potable. Yeah, that's drinking water. Potable. Now, to ensure the quality of the water once it is stored in each house, it is essential that the water tanks and cisterns are kept very clean. For greater peace of mind, one could add a disinfectant solution or boil the water before drinking it. And that's where the problem lies. Can you make sure that everyone will keep the water tanks and cisterns very clean? Do you want to go to the trouble to boil water every time you want to have a drink? Well, no. La solución, comprar agua embotellada. No es lo más amigable con el medio ambiente, pero es lo que hacen la gran mayoría de los mexicanos. Yo no. Yo tengo un filtro en mi tap. Número 3. No tires nada en la taza en un baño público. Blame it on the old pipes. While at home or if you are in a hotel, you can flush, things directly into the toilet. When you're in Mexico, if nature calls and you're outside and you have to use a public toilet, chances are that you're going to see a bucket next to the, to la taza, where you sit and, do your things. And there will be a sign that's gonna kindly ask you que no tires papel en la taza. Actually, this toilet thingy, it's very common, not only in Mexico and in Latin America. I've seen it in other countries in the global south. But you know what? Whatever we lack in a 100% efficient water management system, we make up in paisajes hermosísimos, comida celestial y francamente la gente más hermosa de este planeta. Do let me know in the comments if you have seen this thing about not flushing, like the paper in the toilet. Where did you see it? What do you think about it? Is it something that happens in your place of origin too? Let me know. And since you're there writing and doing that stuff, if so far you're liking this video, this is a good time to go ahead and spread all your digital love by liking it, sharing it, and subscribing to the channel. Número 4. No te quedes sin cambio. Cash is a precious commodity in Mexico. Yep, when in Mexico, you're going to need a lot of it because you're gonna have to tip every person that renders a service to you, no matter how small or unasked for it was. Also, some of the best deals, in food or general merchandise can be found in informal places donde no aceptan tarjetas, solamente efectivo. Número 5. Don't expect people to speak English. Usa tu español. Ándale. While in major tourist towns like my beloved Cancun, a lot of us do speak English. As a general rule and for a better Mexican experience, please do learn some Spanish basics. Learn how to introduce yourself, how to ask for directions, how to order food in a restaurant. And you are in luck because here at the Spring Spanish YouTube channel, we have all the videos that you will need to learn all the chunks that you will need to survive a trip to a Spanish-speaking country. Did I say chunks? Did I say chunks? Did I say? Yes, I did. I said chunks. Chunks. What's a chunk? Chunks? Yes, chunks. Chunks are pre-made phrases or word combinations that natives use all the time and that you can just, learn, like copy-paste directly into your brain so you don't have to slow down, yourself when you speak because you're trying to translate in your head. You learn chunks so you don't have to get entangled in grammar nightmares. To get you started, why don't you download our travel cheat sheet with the most important Spanish chunks that you will need while traveling. Get it for free in the description. Número 6. Don't expect local food to fit your idea of Mexican food. I get it. There's amazing food in your own neighborhood in California or in New York or whatever other place you come from. I get it. But you're not there anymore.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yep, you're in Mexico, where cumin doesn't go in every dish, where when we hear the word chimichanga, we go, ¿chimi qué? And where we don't have hard shell tacos. No, we have tacos dorados. Tacos dorados, mijo. Tacos dorados. Also, in Mexico, each state has its own cuisine, and I promise the regional food is to die for. This means that you won't find, let's say, burritos.
La verdad, yo llegué a pensar que para mí ya no había esperanza.
Everywhere in Mexico. They're very specific to the north or Jalisco, I believe. So yeah, good luck trying to find a good burrito in, Yucatan or Tlaxcala. Actually, good luck trying to find Tlaxcala. It's so tiny. Chiquitito, Tlaxcala. Recuerda el punto anterior and brush up your Spanish because that's the key to mingle with the locals who at the same time are the key to finding the best food in Mexico. So, go aprender español para ser amigos. Apúrate. Número 7. Do not disrespect the country in any way. Even if the local friends that you just made are critique a México y especialmente a su gobierno, we Mexicans are a weird brand of nationalists. We can get very sensitive about strangers saying things about our food, about our legendary singers, about the way we do things. So act cool if you see, children drinking coffee or people going into ferocious battles over flower arrangements in a wedding or, crazy things. Just play cool, act normal, and don't make any comment unless it's to say something positive. Yeah, we like compliments. There are other things you shouldn't do too that are very, very obvious, but I'm just gonna say them anyway, don't pee in public, don't give the finger to religious statues, don't damage in any way our monuments. Yeah, don't. Please, just don't. No lo hagas. Alert, 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 biru, biru, biru. Alerta, alerta. Well, you are still here, even if I already said number 7. You are amazing. Thank you very much. You are a true fan. And I love you for that. Thank you. You won a little extra. And I'm gonna tell you another cultural quirk about Mexico that makes some people go what? And that is that Did you know that in Mexico, it's the most normal and common thing to do to bring and like serve alcohol at children's birthday parties or like children's parties in general, not only, birthdays? Yeah, we do that. And there are many other weird things that we do in Mexico. Check out my next video. In that video, I analyze the biggest cultural differences that I find between Mexican culture and US culture. Just click the image that just appeared on your screen to check out what is it that Mexicans do differently. I will see you there. This was Paulísima y fue un placer estar con ustedes. Hasta la próxima.